how you doing? And welcome back to another episode of Ink It. I'm your host Abe, and today I bring you, well, it's a cool holiday. It's called Halloween. We celebrate this holiday here, and it's really cool. People get to dress up, to be a different personality, different character, and go out in the streets and get some candy. Now, for me, Halloween is kind of scary, especially because, I had to decide what to draw for this episode. And what better character to draw than, it. What a movie, and what a character. He's a clown. I'm scared of clowns, so I'm going to ask my assistant to come into camera here with me. Come on, Kid Nerve. By the way, guys, this is my son, Kid Nerve. He has a YouTube channel. And we want to say to you guys, Happy Halloween.
Well, guys, thank you for, the messages, the texts, the emails. Based on your request, we're going to do it. And what better character for Halloween, right? That movie was insane. So now we're going to start with the eyes. Like I said before, if you've been watching my videos, you know that the eyes for me is the most important part of the face because you can give them the right expression. Now in this case, more than any other character, you want to make sure that you bring that essence, that personality to the piece, to the art, because this character is an evil character, but at the same time, he's a little crazy. So let's do the mouth now. Now all these lines we do in here, don't forget, these are just, the lines to give you an idea where you want everything to go. These are not the lines that are going to stay. So you get to choose and pick what lines you want and the lines that are going to define the character. And those are the lines that you're going to end up inking. Now here, we're going to do this little line here because that's the part of the mask. Don't forget, like I said before in the other episodes, in the beginning, do characters you're more familiar with. In any event that you do a character you're not familiar with, research about the character, man. Make sure that you know as much as you can about that character. Because if you're not familiar with the character, you're going to miss a lot of things. And when that happens, it's going to, at the end, the character might not look the way it's supposed to be. So let's ink the eyes. Let's make these eyes come out. The eyes, especially for the pieces that I'm doing for YouTube. I'm trying to do only faces, so that way you guys can get used to it, you can get familiar with it, and also because I want to do videos for the YouTube channel that are only 10 to 15 minutes, and that's the reason why that I'm doing faces. Faces is a little easier to do, especially for this purpose, because I want to show you guys, what I do and how I do it, and maybe, just maybe, help you guys perfect your, your style and learn maybe a couple of things from me. I'm no expert by any means. I'm always learning something new, and if I can, relay that to you guys and help you guys perfect your style and improve your, your art, I'm more than, happy to. Me myself, I'm always trying to improve. I have so much to learn. Now we put a couple of lines right here. Okay, that makes it more real. In my case, I try to give it as much as I can. I don't try to copy anybody out there, but then again, we all have been influenced by somebody. In my case, I grew up buying comic books, with the art of Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Campbell. Those were my favorite artists. I respect them very much. I got to meet a few of them. They're great people. But more important than that is the fact that my art has been influenced by them. That doesn't mean that I'm copying them. So do your thing. I mean, if somebody tells you, oh, you're copying somebody else, who cares? You doing your thing, you doing your art. It's about being happy, and it's also about doing your art as close as the way that you want. And if it looks like somebody else's, let it be. We all have to be influenced by somebody. So all you haters out there, get a life, dude. So let's do the eyes right here. What I'm going to try to do in this case, because I already have that in my mind, what I want to do, this part of the face is going to have a lot of shadows into it, a lot of dark. So in that case, we want to make sure that the lines that we're going to do right now for this part of the face are lines that are going to stay there to bring out the face, and they're going to stay, white. So we make them a little thicker, as you can see. Now let's go back to the eyes. Okay, let's make sure that both eyes are properly centered. Let's ink this part right here. Now, I do make my sketches in black and white. Don't forget, this channel is called Ink It, but that doesn't mean that we cannot put color into it, and that's something that I want you guys to to understand, and also do, be inspired, man. Do your thing. I mean, don't limit yourself. Don't think, oh, if I do this, it's not gonna look good. No, try it out, and if it doesn't look good, then you don't do it. But guess what? 99% of the times, you're gonna come out with something different, and you're gonna like it. Sometimes mistakes, makes that perfection or that style that you want, that difference. Okay, so let's put right here a little more shadow. Okay, this line's right here on the bottom. Let's ink it. Now, don't forget, I'm always teaching you guys, when you're inking, you have to ink from left to right. The reason why is because you don't want to go over as you're inking over parts that have inked, and then it's going to mess up your art. But in my case, because I'm doing this for the purpose of YouTube, I'm inking these parts because I wanted to give a little more of shape to my art, so that way you guys can start seeing, how the character or how the sketch is going to look. Okay, but if I was doing this as a commission, for example, I wouldn't be doing this. If I wasn't doing a video, I wouldn't be doing this. I would be inking from left to right. Also, make sure that when you're inking, you wear a nice cotton glove, like the white one that I'm wearing here. Hands do tend to sweat, especially when you're working with this high, light on top of me. And the last thing you want to do is that sweat to transfer to the paper, and then it's gonna ruin the piece for you. We do work very hard to make these pieces, and then when you get inspired and you really want this piece to come out the best you can, you don't want something like this to ruin your art. Okay, now let's do the little lines of the nose, the little lines of the eyes. The eyes, for me, like I said before, it's incredibly important, and I try to give it as much detail as I can, because the eyes tell you a story. The eyes will tell you the story. If he's upset, if he's happy, if he's sad, if he's mad, if the character is evil or if the character is good, the eyes will give you that essence. The eyes will tell you the story. So we want to make sure that we tell the right story when you do the sketches of these characters. Now let's start doing the mouth. I like to use the ruler, as you can see, not so much because I'm gonna do anything with the rulers, but I like to put my hand in top of the ruler at times to prevent anything, like my hand ruining the art or the parts that are inked. These rulers, for example, have little things at the bottom that doesn't allow the full plastic of the ruler going top of the art, so it's kind of suspended at times, and that's why I like them. I will be putting my store very soon. I'm working on that, my online store called Inke.store, in which I'm gonna give you guys the item numbers of the items I'm going to be selling there, and those are the items that I'm going to be using doing the sketches. The reason why we came out with that plan, my son and I, Kid Nerf and I, is because when I was a little kid, I was telling him the story. It was very hard for me. I mean, I grew up in a very poor environment. I grew up in the country where my mother's from, Ecuador, and you didn't have the means that we have here in this country. And for that reason, now that I'm here and I'm able to share this with you guys, I want to make sure that I'm able to offer that opportunity to the kids out there or to the people out there, that opportunity that these are the tools that I'm using, these are the tools you can use. I'm using very simple tools. As you can see, I'm just using a black ink pen. I'm using a ruler and just paper, and that's it. I mean, this is the things that I'm showing in the beginning of my channel, just to help you guys out and to make it as simple as possible, so anybody is able to afford these items. Once I have my website with the merchandise there, I'll give you the item numbers so you guys can go to my website and buy this merchandise for a very good price, because I want everybody to be able to do your thing, do your sketches, and improve your art. As you can see, I already have ink all the black parts, and I'm going to use a Sharpie, believe it or not, for the eyes. Like I said before, yes, my channel is called Ink It. Most of the times you're going to see me only inked, it's going to be just pieces of art in black and white. However, for this particular piece, I'm gonna go a little crazy. Let's you know, let's go overboard. Let's put some color in it. Now we're not gonna go crazy and put color all over the art. However, we're gonna put color in the most important parts, and you already know the eyes is the most important part for me. We want to bring the eyes out. So you know what? Why not? Let's put some color into the eyes to bring out this evil character's personality out, and that way you can, you know, shine. That way you can see those eyes. Look at those eyes. Those eyes look insane. Okay, now let's do the, you know, the part of the neck, the nose. Now let's do the red. This character has red in his face because he's a clown. That's part of the mask. So why not? You know what? Let's bring the red out. Let's see. Good. Okay, let's make these lines in red. Don't forget, I'm going over the lines that I have already done in pencil. When you do the pencil, try to do it as slight as you can. You know, don't press too hard on the paper, because there's some lines you're gonna keep, there's some lines you're not gonna keep. So you want to make sure that the lines you're not gonna keep are not gonna, you know, stick out, and people are not gonna be able to see them. Okay, so now let's do the lips. Lips here. Like I said before, I'm not too founded of clowns, but for this particular purpose, and because you guys requested it, I'm doing it, and he happens to be a clown. Thanks a lot, guys. So let's do the lips right here, a little bit more red. As you can see, it's beginning to take form. All the lips are red. Now these little circles that I put in there is to give that a sense of shyness, you know, like the lips are shining. So we want to make sure that, you know, to make it look as good as possible, to make it look, you know, cool, to make it look more standing, you know, like certain parts of the face stand out. Like in this case, the parts that are going to stand out are the eyes and the lips, because the character it's been sketched and inked in black and white. When you do these parts like the lips and the eyes, those are the parts that people are going to see the most, and that's what you want. You want to get the attention of the people. You want to get the attention of, you know, of the audience. If somebody's looking at your sketch, you know, you want to make sure that you point out the parts that you think are most important. And then for this purpose, for this character, of course, it's the lips and the eyes. Okay, and don't forget, red, it's like, you know, red is blood. Red is, you know, like most of the cases, a lot of people utilize red to represent evil, or you know, or things like that. Especially now that it's Halloween, we celebrate Halloween. You know, we want to make sure we use the red parts of this character, his face, to bring out what it is all about. So now we're gonna do little lines of red around his eyes. And let's do the veins. Oh, look at that. Yeah, just two little lines. Don't go too crazy. Don't make them too thick. The reason that I'm putting red under his eyes is, you know, to make it look crazy, to stand out. Now let's do the nose. There you go. Okay, his nose is red. Okay. Yes, right there. Okay, make it all red. In this case, it's just a simple paint nose, so you don't have to make no shiny, no, you know, no glowing, nothing like that, which is a lot better. Okay, let's do it. We almost done. Well, what do you think, guys? Very simple, right? Well, I want to wish you guys, from my son and I, happy Halloween. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to leave the comments below of what you want me to draw next. We love you all, and goodbye. Hey guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it. To see more videos of me drawing your favorite characters, click on the left. If you want to see my gaming channel, click on the right. Don't forget to subscribe, and also let me know what character you want me to draw next. For that, you need to leave it in the comments below. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.